We're here at the airport to talk to 100 travelers about two of the most unspoken airplane behaviors. Number one, do you turn on airplane mode? And number two, do you recline your seat? Before we get to the results, let's lay some groundwork. Much smarter people than me have explored the reasons for airplane mode.
Airplane mode, what's the deal with that? Above 10,000 feet, I don't really care. Big sky, little airplane. Below 10,000 feet, I do care because I want to get lined up perfectly on that runway.
The Federal Communications Commission testified before Congress saying that it was actually safe to use your phone.
Your cell phone talks to radio towers between these frequencies, and that butts up right against this frequency range used by an important sensor called a radar altimeter.
So what I gather is regulations sometimes provide static for the pilots, and according to Mark Rober, interferes with radar altimeters. And that's why I always bring my 4.3 gigahertz transmitter when I'm flying. Just kidding, it's a remote. But after seeing these videos, I thought, are people 100% compliant with airplane mode? Or are some people actually anti-airplane mode? Do you always turn on airplane mode when you're flying? Now, I realize I've only surveyed 100 travelers from one airport, but that's a lot of strangers to talk to. A survey. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Ask me.
Okay. Also, according to Survey Planet, I only need 30 people for accurate results. I'm also not working for Cambridge trying to publish this study. I'm just a middle-aged man trying to hold on to my delts as my testosterone and hairline continue to just disappear. Huge. I mean, I never had huge delts. Bigger than they seem to be shrinking. We could expand this survey if you are kind enough to drop a comment below and let me know your answers to the questions above. Then if my mom comments, we might be able to reach 105 survey responses. Let's take it to the people. Do you always turn on airplane mode?
Like at the last possible second.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Any particular reason? Just
Forgetting.
Do you always recline your seat? Depends or never?
Sometimes.
Because I just I don't use my phone on the airplane, so I've never really bothered.
Do you always recline your seat? Never or sometimes when you're flying?
Always.
Do you always turn on airplane mode when you're flying?
Yeah.
When you're on a flight, do you always recline your seat? Sometimes or never? Almost never. Before we get to any more answers, I want you to stop the video and vote below. Do you always turn on airplane mode? And do you recline your seat? Yes, sometimes or never. I think you're gonna be surprised at what some of these people say. For real, surprised. Do you always turn on airplane mode when you fly?
No.
Any reason particular?
No, I don't really need.
Do you always recline your seat? Depends or never recline your seat?
Depends.
No.
No, cool. Any reason particular?
I watch movies, I tend to forget to don't take a surgery.
Actually, not sure if the audio picked that up, but the last guy worked for the airline says he doesn't believe in airplane mode. Can you guess the airport location I'm filming at? Drop a comment if you know. There is a major clue directly behind me. Do you always turn on airplane mode when you're flying?
Yes, you have to.
Yeah, some people don't actually. I know. Do you always recline your seat? Depends or never? Never. Do you always turn on airplane mode?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Oh,
because
controversial.
sometimes you have,
You always turn on airplane mode when you're flying?
Yes.
I don't. Do you recline always, sometimes, or never in the airplane? Never? Always. Okay, cool.
On my phone?
Yeah.
Required to on a flight deck. It's got to be turned off, actually.
Okay. So yes to airplane
Yes.
mode. It is important, right? Some people just disregard it, but it is important.
You know, we've been told it is.
Okay.
Up front, definitely, because it's distraction. It's turned off. But we're
Okay.
talking about the electronic interference.
Right.
We've been told it is, but I don't know where the proof is coming from.
And then if you're sitting in the back, do you recline at all, or do you not sit back there anymore? Is that not really relevant?
I do recline if I'm back there.
If you're back there. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, that last person was a pilot, no joke. And he was a non-believer in airplane mode, back in economy. Now, when he was actually in the pilot seat, he said airplane mode is on, of course. But when he's back in economy, he said, does it really make a difference? And guess what? He's a seat recliner. As a small creator, if you smash that like button and hit the subscribe button, it would mean so much. In the end, 100 people were surveyed. And according to a very smart source, 2.9 million people fly every day. So that means our survey was made up of 0.00003% of travelers for that day. So the results are official and unofficial all at the same time. But after spending a lot of minutes analyzing tally marks, I am surprised with a few of the results. We're gonna start with the seat reclining. 62 people out of 100 say they never recline their seat, which was surprising to me. Can't tell if these people really like sitting straight and upright, or if they've never flown for more than 4 hours or taken an overnight or red-eye flight. 24 people said it depends, which I can relate to, and 14 people said they always recline their seat. And there's a very interesting piece of data about 13 of those 14 people. If it's a 2 to 3, maybe even 4-hour flight, I'll stay upright. I don't need to inconvenience the person behind me. But if it's a red-eye or an overnight flight across the Atlantic to the Great Lands of Europe, then I usually try to recline for at least an hour or two of semi-sleep. On to the juicy one. Take a quick guess before I reveal the results. Out of 100 people, how many do you think never turn on airplane mode? According to the people I surveyed, 28% never turn on airplane mode. And there were an array of reasons. Some simply forgot, or some actually don't believe in it. Now, I feel like planes and North Korea are the only two places left on Earth where humans cannot freely communicate and use their phones. I honestly hope we can stay off our phones when we're in the sky. Imagine 10 people surrounding you trying to have different phone conversations. Even if airplane mode is fake, let's just keep it on our phones and use it when we're flying. Staying off your phone when you travel is a true gift. It enables you to actually experience the travel you work so hard for. I actually made a video, which I'll link right here, all about how to turn your smartphone into a dumb phone while you're traveling. I really think you'll enjoy it.